Now all I think of is Tails, right? This one was so confusing. Hover. Has a try, of course. Her shoe. X has a shoe, you know? A blend right here. Devil was very crazy. When I saw Devil, it was just like really immersive. It was just like, are you kidding me? This game. And right now they're being complete edge lords with this because Shadow of Colossus has different secrets, and it's just like the easiest way to be an edge lord is have a devil idea, but then have like a blend, half Pyra, Mithra, and then when you go to the right, and you go all the way to the right, and this one's been pretty kind of emotional right here. See this one right here? Yes, candy underwear is pretty crazy. There's your 8 up there too, you see. But candy underwear, yeah, it's quite that's quite crazy to think the stories you could get from candy underwear, right? Yeah, you could probably get some really creepy stories of human life with candy underwear for sure. I could see that. Uh huh. Get stuck in the side, you know. Ouch, right? Yeah, together forever. Yeah, this game loves to be scary, man. It just really loves to be scary. It depends if I'm even finding the certain kind of things that I want to look for. Um, Sometimes what I think about is because I know what legs can do. So I know what legs can do. I always remember side. That's why I keep pointing to this one right here because this one's about like side stuff, right? We're gonna have a grower right here. We're gonna have some confusion, like a rise. But yes, if you really want to get creative over here, I don't know. What should we say? Should we talk about ball sacks? I don't know. It's really good. That's a really crazy question to ask, right? That's pretty messed up. But like the legs, you know, I know some things about the secrets, and I'm just like, I understand why I keep seeing like these ball sack stuff. Uh, Very confusing. Very confusing, very crazy. You know, there's some crazy things they like to do. Very crazy things because the ability of half is it's almost like it's just a creepy, crazy tool they like to use because a half is like the idea of, oh, look, you saw this, but did you see this? You know, that kind of thing. You saw this, but did you see that? And that's why the whole idea, imagine, drops came. Yes, your balls can drop. Yes, blood drop. Yes, sweat drop. Right, all kinds of creepy ideas. Basic kind of human anatomy. Um, well, yeah, watching the Scream movies, they've always been creepy. But like when you go and you watch another Scream movie, or if you even watch Child's Play 2, um, the scene where he's fighting the teacher, Chucky, and then get it, fighting the teacher. Mm, why does that guy look like that, right? Why would Flea be looking like a female or something, right? I don't know. I have no idea. Not a clue. This right here, see, that's what's so confusing. They put legs down here because you see this one right here. Yeah, they're talking about like how you do. It's called like I don't know what it's even called, but it's like background graphic apparition, and that's creepy, of course, because that's hiding right there. But that's actually very, very creepy because it just hides there, and I like to cut it off there. I'm sure I could cut it off the other way too. But this spot right here is hilarious in different ways. There's many things to a background, and there's just many ideas of movements with a background. And that's why different graphic images are used when making high technology to hide, like hide different things. There's different technology. And, my passion comes from finding the secret, my passion in the secret. The reason I like looking for the secret also, look at Ray right there. That's a Ray. 1, 2 Ray. That's a creepy looking Ray because it looks like it has boobs, right? This is pretty creepy looking Ray. But my whole thing of trying to actually look and find this stuff is the idea that comes with it is that like, slideshows, like see my hand, how I like pop my hand like this, take my hand, move it like that, pop my hand, move it back and forth like that. And I kind of want to find that. That's why I want to find, all that stuff is because it's just really crazy stuff. But the idea behind it is also like, it's really demented stuff. Even makes me think of looking up top here. See, look up top there. Yeah, I know that looks like wrinkles, gentile wrinkles, but also gentile wrinkles will be about like veins, So I look for veins. You saw recently Dai was redoing the Boogeyman thing, because Boogeyman is like, getting the head out of the whole thing, right? Yeah. So it's our whole try. See, the reason behind try is like, one, look how angry it looks. See BP. So this is the whole point of try is because like, there's a whole idea to look for the right shape of melons to see what kind of things they were cramming into Shadow of Colossus and Mario 64 also, just to see what kind of ideas they were cramming into the game. Because like, it's kind of like their whole, because maybe they have an idea where you're to expect kind of something, like you're to expect like, because like there's artwork, there's paintings, there's paintings of females. But maybe they want you to expect something else. Yeah. So you see the cutoff right here, down here. Yeah. But Shiver T, oh my gosh, T Tails, there's also a reason to look for smiles. You gotta look for a smile. Ishtar, right? You gotta look for a smile. But like, I think like there's many different ways you make things creepy, right? There's just a ton of ways to make things creepy. But it's kind of like they want you to keep looking at this stuff so you eventually look at something like that right there. But oh man, human bodies. Yes, look at human bodies, right? I know. Right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's look at human bodies. I guess the crazy idea is really to push in video games, right? So you're looking down, and you look down, and you start to look down, and you're just like, "What's with the human bodies, Jacob? What's up with the human bodies?" Well, that's probably like the crazy part of it, is like, because we gotta get to legs somehow. See, we gotta get to legs somehow, right? But why? I think like I'm a little like, it's like I like to show you good stuff, Like, I like to show you that one right there. I like to show you that there is some kind of spot that they wanted to deal with it. And see, rather than just looking at it like a mouth and an eye, you could also turn it around like that way and look at it like that. And that's kind of like the thing I look for when I'm like looking for these things. And I like how sad that looks. See how sad that one looks right there? And then you could go all the way up to there, of course. You gotta remember, Fumito is just about this whole corner of the mind thing, and that was one of the things he likes to do, is whole corner of the mind, because once we do the corner of the mind, we're like 1, 2, 3. And Fumito, he has these crazy art. They both have crazy art ideas, Miyamoto and Fumito, but and it's crazy what Fumito's ideas is he likes to be a little bit different in his ways, but he also likes to be like the synergy. You know what I'm saying? The synergy of a secret, when like two secrets are coming together. Because when two secrets are coming together, it just looks really crazy. It makes you think like, oh my gosh, wow, okay. So everything that I've been doing, right? Everything I've been like looking at, everything I've been doing in life, everything I've been seeing has been, like shells of shells. That's another whole reason to look at things that I try to search for in secrets, is because it's a shell plus another shell, and then once you have one shell plus another shell, and they do this thing, it's so creepy and it's so awesome. It's just like an awesome creepy shell, but it's like you're really starting to figure out that you don't know what you're actually doing. See what I'm saying? That's when it gets creepy. You start to say, gee, I thought I was playing a video game, right? And now we begin to end right here because look, 1, 2, 3. I get creeped out by a lot of this stuff. See, so I'll just set it right there, okay? Hold on. And I'm looking for them because there's also satisfied. You get what I'm saying? There's satisfied, there's tired, there's lazy, you're a pussy, that kind of thing, And I tried to find for the aggression of that, because I want you to see aggression. 1, 2, right? See, the whole idea too is to get me to have my finger around a ball sack. But you know what I'm saying? It's called aggression. See what I'm saying? It's all about aggression. And then once you relook at this one, right? 1, 2. Okay. So there's a whole entire thing about it. Yes, when I do think about, there's a lot of things you could think about with that. Yes, you could think about, if you really want to do, you could, I like to look at the face of it, but you could also look at it like Shin Megami Tensei, the body, the curling of a body, right? You can look at it like underwear, right? Which is probably a preferred one, to have an underwear face, because that's pretty messed up, right? That's probably one of the most preferred ones. See, their excitement for them popping out, right? 1, 2, 3. They create a certain energy, because when they pop out and they show themselves, these evil creatures, and they show themselves, they give you like an energy of like you don't even know anything about what's going actually on, That's why I'm so actually passionate about seeing things in video games. It's kind of like this idea of you're going to see something, and when you see something, you're going to be like, oh, okay, you're actually going to start to think about things you should be really thinking about, but versus things you're not thinking about, just like you're going to begin to see why so many of our devices that are made. And when you start to see devices at your store, and you get to see at store why they were made or how they were designed, it's pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's a crazy thing. But one of the things I do is I'm patient. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit patient. I'm trying to be patient on trying to find things, because even though like it's the perspective, you know what I'm saying? It's the perspective of even just looking at this thing right here and being like, yo, I still gotta find my brights and my tiny faces. It was kind of funny. I saw a YouTuber talking about bright. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta keep talking about Bright. Bright's crazy. Now you can literally buy a product and you can have a Bright product. And you've always really, like, if you went to a concert, because I went to concerts, if you went to a concert, you could get a Bright item, you know what I'm saying? So if you decided that you wanted to go and show up to a concert, right, you could get that. And one, two, uh, it's crazy how they're all together. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say to you. They're all together. Yes. Do you want to talk about gags? Because yes, people do gag their mouths. Yeah, so there's the gag of mouth, right? I prefer in this spot too to also talk about legs, because legs is like the universal health. You know what I'm saying? It's the universal health to the human's life. The life of a human has so much to do with their body, with the body of a human. So the body of a human, when you think about a lot of things that are going crazy on your life, it's normally that you're trying to think about your body, your ideas behind your body. And there's always going to be obstacles. So when I talk about something like screams, and I try to talk to you about the best moments of Erdtree, because people like Erdtree, so I want to talk to you about the best moments of Erdtree. I think about, the whole idea of what the whole point was for Shadow of the Colossus, to have some crazy ideas of screams and all that. And Scream's character design for Mortal Kombat is good. So it's almost like, the creepy thing that I always find in life is that you're trying to listen to somebody else's video online, right? You're trying to look at their video and listen to it online, but you have to be a little bit waiting for the right moment, because if you wait for the right moment, you'll see what's going on. And it's been crazy because every time I look at Mortal Kombat 1, it just gets crazier and crazier. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see Mortal Kombat 1, they have little intricates because they want to work with intricates. There is another intricate that was revealed today. You get what I'm saying? There was another intricate. And that's the reason why, when you think about it, you're able to see some Dragon Age gameplay, right? You're seeing Dragon Age gameplay due to, right now, you're going to see Dragon Age gameplay. But you know what was crazy that I saw of Dragon Age is that we were going to have another Rise that's going to be in Dragon Age, right? But I really thought it was so crazy that they were going to just get a brand new released game, so it's full retail price. And another thing that makes something creepy is to add Rise, but it's really creepy because you have to actually play Dragon Age, play the other Dragon Age games to understand how creepy it is. Because when you were playing the other Dragon Age games, I would show you some stuff in the Dragon Age game, right? And it's really creepy that right now they're working with a Rise, but they're trying to, it's almost like they're working on a scale of a Rise. So it's really hard to say what video game developers are having way too much fun, you know what I'm saying? So they're trying to do like something as simple as a Rise, but change the motion of it, change the motion and the feeling of it. Because if you can change the motion and you can change the feeling of it, it's kind of like, it's a crazy, and I really like how when I was like looking at it, it kind of reminded me of another video game I was playing, right? And I was like, that's pretty crazy for Dragon Age just to have kind of like a spot like that, so they have a spot like that. It's completely creepy stuff. Like it's like, going, and then, I think it's also to break down people, and I think that's hilarious. It's creepy, but it's also hilarious how they're breaking down people, because the simple way that you break down somebody too is you get them to see a Game Pass game, because Solar Ash is a PlayStation game and now is a Game Pass game, right? But you scare people. The way you scare people is you get them to see how stupid they're being, Sometimes it's good to know how stupid you are being also. Foods, oh my gosh, yeah, that's the thing about it too. Foods, prices, clothing, you know what I'm saying? Clothing, food, items, products, details. That's the good thing to look at. 1, 2, 3. It's good to look at products. Okay, it's good to look at the idea of products, due to like it's common human nature that they believe, well, if I worked enough, I should be able to buy a product, and the product should be able to get me somewhere, right? But that is the mystery of life. Yes, that is the mystery of life. At the same time, you will buy products that are good quality, but at the same time, you will also buy products and you'll be like, you will be questioning what product you actually purchased. You get what I'm saying? You will purchase that product and you will have that kind of moment where you're like, what did I just actually purchase? You know, that kind of thing. You'd be like, what did I go and do? Did I purchase the right item? Did I do it? Did I not do it? Did I? And sometimes nature of like, I guess intake, because intake is another nature. It's another form of nature, like intake or what you're doing with your life, because that is another form. That's kind of like that's just the creepy part of it. The creepy part of it is almost like at the same time you want human nature. You know what I'm saying? You kind of want to organize somewhat of your human nature, but you will be surprised at half of the choices you do not make right. And then when you don't make those correct choices, then that's kind of like the thing that's where people get into arguments, because there's the arguments of, did I make the correct choice? Now, I'm only one person, but what I can tell you is I keep updating myself and trying to make things better, because it's better to make things better by like through elimination, right? It's best to go down, just go down. It's best to eliminate something from yourself, something from yourself, and then eliminate it again. And I do think with Dragon Age, just expect when you're playing Dragon Age, just expect that the overall Dragon Age value